The amount of betrayal that was served to you was insane. And really, everything that you've had to go through and that you've had to endure for all this time, for all these years, have been people who've had deep-rooted insecurities and envy and jealousy for you. And I know that it's been just a broken record, and you keep hearing how people had envy and people had jealousy, and some of y'all trying to figure out why people had envy and jealousy for you when you probably was going through rough periods of your life, or why you had so much envy and jealousy as you were trying to build, and why there was so much envy and jealousy when all people had to do was support you. And if they didn't like you and they didn't want to support you, people could have left you alone. They could have stopped stalking you. They could have stopped talking about you. They could have stopped sending people your way. But you had a lot of hidden enemies that didn't want to come from behind that cloth. They didn't want to come from behind that cloak. You understand what I'm saying? Some of these people could have been your parents. Some of these people could have been family members of yours. They could have been lovers of yours. For whatever the reason, people didn't want it to be known that they had this envy and this jealousy for you, which is why they wanted so much chaos and conflict and ruin to come about in your life. Baby, that's something that, honestly, at this point, I feel some of y'all that still want answers is gonna have to take that up with God, because you for sure ain't gonna be able to take it up with these people, because these people don't even have no answer for why they hate you so bad. That's why they've hid it for so long. Because a lot of these people, is like, how would I be able to explain as their mother why I was jealous and wanted my own child to be broken, to be confused, to be broke, to be broken? You understand what I'm saying? To not be successful. Why would I want that for my own child? Why would I want that for someone who was an ex of mine? You understand what I'm saying? Why would I want that for someone who was once my friend? Because I'm going to tell you something. I tell you all the time, you didn't do nothing to deserve this envy and jealousy. A lot of people hated you because you have something in you that they don't have and possess within themselves. You've reached a certain level that they've never seen themselves reaching, or don't believe in themselves to reach. That's why I keep telling you, it's so mind-boggling how people can have so much envy and jealousy for what you have built or what you are trying to build, when all people have to do is exert that same energy and power that they're trying to use, you know what I'm saying, to bogart you and your blessings. You understand what I'm saying? To overshadow you. People can use that to create whatever it is that they want to create, that they sitting back hating you on. You feel me what I'm saying, though? I don't care if it's a business. I don't care if it's stability that you've built for yourself. I don't care if it's a career. I don't care if it's children that you out here raising. Oh my God, people didn't want you out here being successful. They didn't want you out here thriving, and you don't understand. When I tell y'all eyes was on y'all, please believe me, baby. It was a group effort. It still is. It's for some of y'all that don't know, you about to find out that it was a group effort. And you about to find out all the people that it took, to come up against you. Who was part of that group? It's a sad day. It's sad when you find out it be those closest to you that you probably never even had no relationship with. Half of y'all done cut some of these people off. They will never see you again, physically, never ever see you again, never ever touch you, never ever see your children, never ever be in the same vicinity as you. You feel what I'm saying? But they in their hearts of hearts hate you, but don't understand why you don't want to deal with them. While people out here trying to really sit up here and destroy you and defeat you, but don't understand why you don't want to deal with them. Don't understand. And for some of these people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would never come out their mouth, which is why for years and years, I feel you've had something in you since you was little, since you was a child. You always tried to figure out why people tried to single you out, commit certain acts against you. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like, some of y'all been going through this, and my hand raised too, since you were a child. I mean, these people claim to love you, but they were doing things to go up against you when it came to your education. And when I say your education, I mean, let's say you going to school, right? You got a project to do. You got a project that's due or whatever. Nobody helps you out with it, but knowing that you're struggling with it. Knowing that this is a project that can determine whether or not you go to the next grade or not. That's what y'all was dealing with. And some of y'all really had to see, let me just say all the examples. It could be a school project. It could be homework. People will sit up here and try to hide your homework or rip your homework up or throw your homework in the trash, knowing that you don't have a way to get to the teacher, for the teacher to send you. But oh my God, God, it works in mysterious ways. For some of y'all, the teacher was able to send you an extra copy of the homework. You had to stay up all night and get it done. You know what I'm saying? But these people never came out in the forefront and told you that they purposely threw your homework away, or they purposely sabotaged you when it came to your project. They'll say things like, oh, I didn't know, and well, I thought that it was trash. You know what I'm saying? These are things that people have done to you that people don't know was done to you. And you've had to, they don't understand how hard you had to fight all your life with ignorance. Do you understand what I'm saying? Pure ignorance. You understand me? Some of y'all done got put down by your own family members in front of other people that weren't family. And family thought that was cool to do that to you. You were their family. So why joke you in front of someone else that ain't your blood? Ignorance. These are the things that you was dealing with that people don't know that you was dealing with. So when it's being put out there, they telling half-ass stories about, oh, the collective and king and queen don't want to deal with me, and they done got big-headed, and they act like they don't know nobody, and they don't want to pick up their phone. They ain't gonna sit up here and tell you that they was sitting there while their children was talking bad about you. Whether they was partaking in the gossip or not, they sat back and they didn't hand it. They ain't nip it in the bud. They sat back and they let their children talk bad about you. They let people talk bad about you in the street. They went out there and talked bad about you in the street. If they saw other people that was talking bad about you, they chimed in. But they won't go and tell people. Again, we're going back to people telling half-ass stories. Hashtag no more half-truths. Hashtag no more half-truths. If you gonna come out in the forefront with it, if you gonna come out, come out. Come out from behind the cloak. Come out from behind the tree. Stop going around the bush. Beat straight through the bush. Because if people can sit up here and form groups and formulate groups to sit up here and talk about you, what the hell you got going on? If you want to sit up here and form groups to try to knock somebody else down, well, what the hell they had going on? Hashtag Vic talk your shit, because you know I am. These people, and I really don't care how I'm coming on here. Some of y'all been like, Victoria, you really been bringing that fire. You really been, you can't be talking about God and do. Don't tell me what I can't do. Don't come for me lest I send for you. God's still yet working on me. But one thing, I'm going to tell you something that's already there and that's clear and that's evident. Everything I say, I come on here and I keep it real. Y'all been going through pure hell. From people who didn't want you to have a home. People who didn't want you to be out in the forefront. They didn't want you to be seen. People who did not want you to have money in the bank. People who did not want you to be seen as a good mother or as a good father. People who wanted people to see you in the worst light. People who are going to forever hold and stick the past to you. What you've done sexually, how you thought, what mentally was wrong with you, what physically was wrong with you. But let me tell you something, what the hell is mentally wrong with these people? You ain't sitting back worrying about these people. So are you the one who got mental issues, or these people got mental issues? You ain't the one that's sitting up here saying, oh, I don't like somebody, so let me go out here and figure out a way that I could go ahead and form a group, fraud them, scam them, target them, gang stalk them. I'm gonna still figure out a way that I could figure out that maybe we could sexually abuse them. I'm gonna figure out a way that I could strip them and rip them from everything what it is that they've built, because maybe that'll cause them to lose their mind. And at this point, maybe whatever it is that we've stolen from them or whatever it is we've said about them, people will believe us over them. Let me tell you something. If it takes that many people and that much effort and that much energy to go against somebody of whom is not worrying about you, somebody who's gone and committed to becoming something in their life. Oh my God, half of these people that's been going up against you ain't never helped you a day in your life. I'm gonna keep saying that. They ain't never had a hand in building you up, but wanted to have a hand in tearing you down. If you're gonna be an enemy, be an enemy. I don't care if you're an auntie. I don't care if you're a cousin. I don't care if you're a mother. I don't care if you're a father. I don't care if you're an ex. I don't care if you're an ex-colleague or an ex-friend. Stop sitting up here playing both sides. Stop sitting up here acting like you care for somebody, like you love somebody. You feel me what I'm saying, though? Because you want to keep up an image in your community. Because you want to keep an image to other people up in the family. Don't come for me lest I sin for you. But since you wanted to come for me in the worst way, listen, go ahead and tell your enemies or whoever it is that you around. Let me tell you something. I don't care if you got to hashtag it. Post it on Instagram. Post it on Facebook. Let me tell you something. Since Tweedledee and Tweedledum and Thing 1, Thing 2 and Dumber and Dumbest wanted to sit up here and formulate groups to go after me, wanted to go formulate groups to come after you in 2023 and 2024, and y'all act like y'all didn't know how to sit down and leave somebody alone. Baby, let me tell you something. When you came and you wanted to try to take me out, you should have done just that. You should have put the bullet right here, because I'm not letting it go. I'm not going back down until justice is served. Hashtag on God. God, on my grandma Ruby. God rest her soul. On my Uncle Peter. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not letting it go. You shouldn't let it go. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't care how long it takes, what it takes. Beat the streets. But one thing that we not finna do is sit back and continuously think that we gonna sit up here and give people power to think that they could keep sitting up here doing things to ruin our life, doing things to bring destruction in our life, when we know on everything we love. We've been sitting up here minding the business that pay us. We've been sitting up here trying to move forward. And you've had people who've been knowing your whole life what you was going to be, and they didn't want it to be you. So they came all together and said they don't need to be famous. They don't need to be having money. They don't need to be building and rebuilding and capitalizing off of this and grouping up and doing here and partnering up with this person. But they was never in a position to cause you to permanently to experience a permanent ending. There were never no permanent endings in your life. They were temporary endings. They were endings that caused you some pain, that caused you some heartache, that caused you some delays, that caused you some setbacks, that you know what I'm saying? If anybody that's going through what you're going through saying that, you know what, the whole time I ain't never cried, or the whole time I wasn't worried, or I wasn't scared, or I wasn't confused as to why I was going through what I was going through, they a lie. Because let me tell you something, you've gone through things that the average Joe has not gone through. And I'm going to tell you something, half of these people that grouped up to come up against you, let me tell you something. It's so easy for people to inflict this kind of, or exert their power over someone, but let it be done to them. They wouldn't know how to handle it. They wouldn't know how to handle people going up against them in the ways that people have gone up against you. They wouldn't know how to handle people talking about them, people not liking them. You've gone through so much adversity, so much opposition. You've gone through so much in your life, man. It built you into the soldier that you are today. Hashtag I'm a soldier, man. So when people sat up here and thought that they were sitting up here and destroying you, all what they was doing was sitting up here and molding you and building you into the soldier that you are today. This is why God allowed everything to happen the way that it happened, and everything had to unfold the way that it had to unfold. You would never understand why there was so many upheavals, why there was so many fluctuations and ups and downs and heartaches and pains that was caused by that of your mother, by that of your father, by that of your cousin, by that of your auntie, by that of love relationships, business partnerships, work relationships, strangers, people that you didn't even know. You don't understand why the hell people are sitting up here gunning after you, bringing their knives, bringing everything, when all you did was serve people love. All you ever did was say, hey man, if I got it, you got it. Hey, you ain't gotta have no money, I'ma pay for it. Hey, what your mama need? I got it. Hey, what, you ain't got no food up in your shirt? Hey man, let me give you what I got up in mine, man. My food stamps hit next week, I got you. What you need? I got you. What, you need a job? I got you. Let me go ahead and see what I got up in my bank. I'm finna cash up. I'm finna Zelle you right now. I got you. And all what you ever got in return. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it straight up and I'm gonna keep it buck. I'm gonna keep it real with you. People gave you they straight raw ass to kiss. And all you ever did was sit up here and love people. If you ain't have nothing nice to say or nothing good to say about nobody, you walked the hell away. If you ain't like somebody, you blocked them. You tried to move forward up in your life. It was these people that kept sitting up here acting like they didn't know how to leave your life alone. Leave your destiny alone. Leave your energy alone. Leave your love alone. If they didn't want it, they wasn't going to respect it. If they ain't have no intentions of reciprocating it. But they thought it was cool to sit up here and play you. And then get others not to like you. Weird as hell. Ain't nobody put them in their place about that. It's okay if you don't like me. What the hell was you sitting up here pining for other people not to like me for? You weird as hell. These people weird. These people weird. And they know it. They don't want to leave you alone. They don't want to stop talking about you. They didn't want to stop worrying about where you're going to be at in life. But everybody thought that it was so funny. See, one thing I can't seem to fathom or understand. How they going to call you a failure? Huh? How they gonna call you a failure and say that you dumb and you this and you that and you that? Half of the things that you've done, that you've been able to accomplish, you ain't have to call and ask nobody how to do this and how to do that. You did it on your own. There was no one around you to help. Half of people didn't want to help you. They didn't want you to be nothing. So you literally, you already know God gotta avenge you, man. This is stupid. It's stupid. It's ignorant. It's a waste of people's time, energy, and effort, because that's what they realizing now. If the whole end game and the outcome was we doing what we doing because we want them to get up off of what they doing, we want them to lose their platform, we want them to lose their house and lose their stability, you ain't lose it. And then now you're in a position to rebuild it. And that's what they didn't want. So what the hell did you do all this for? Now y'all sitting back and you possibly facing jail time. Now people sitting back and they thinking, well, we possibly facing karma now, and we still wasn't able to sit up here and get the outcome that we wanted. Or it's possible that what we have done has just, you know what the saying is, people be out here trying to sit up here and bury you, but don't even realize that the dirt that they're throwing up on you is the very thing that you need to grow. So what that means is, where people think that they're burying you in defeat, burying you in conflict and chaos and destruction and ruin, burying you and bullying you, coming up against you, targeting you, burying you and getting people to run away from you, to flee away from you. When people think that they're throwing all these things on you and it's going to burden you, they don't even understand that what they're doing is putting you in a position to be blessed, because they're sitting up here going out their way, sending for you when you ain't come for them, messing with you, playing with your life when you would never do it to them or theirs. Half of these people, bro, you forgot about. You didn't even know these people was sitting up here trying to figure out a way to come up against you. Half of these people, man, came up against you for financial gain, but said that you the failure. How the hell you the failure if people had to sit up here and ruin you and gang up on you in order to gain something from you? You can't gain nothing from somebody that's a failure. So make it make sense, because the math ain't mathing. You sit up here and you go around and you say somebody is a whore, somebody stupid, somebody don't know this, but what the hell is you sitting up here having this person name up in your mouth for? Because it's the same whore, the same dummy, the same person that you talking about, whatever the hell it is you saying, weirdo, that's been able to build things for themselves with no help, no support involved. Make it make sense. Hashtag make it make sense. Because the math ain't mathing. It wasn't that you was a failure. It wasn't that you was stupid. It wasn't that you was the things that these people said that you were. They knew that you was the complete opposite. And they hated that. These people wanted you to be seen in a certain light. They didn't want you to have a certain life. And they saw you being in a position to build that for yourself. And some of these people looked at you and said, wow, I never done that before. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But they seen it panning off for you. And instead of leaving you alone to step into enjoying the fruits of your labor, let's say they said, let's sit up here and come together to figure out a way that we can capitalize and gain from them. But called you the failure. But called you the black sheep. But said that you was a screw up. Said you was dumb. Set up here and called you that in so many different ways, inadvertently to your face to other people. You so dumb. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I'm really over this. Like, you so dumb. You're such a whore. You're so retarded. You're so poor. You're so incompetent. You're all these things. I'm trying to figure it the hell out. If you're all these things, kings and queens, prince and princesses, say it, man. I'm trying to figure out, if you're all these things, why are people watching you then? Why they care? Why did it take so much for people to go up against you, to cause you to be a failure or to experience delays and setbacks in your life? Baby, hashtag make it make sense. If you're all these things, these people sat back and saw you building your life. They saw you accomplishing things that just wasn't the norm in your family. Maybe you was talking about things that just wasn't the norm in your family. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care what the hell you said. I don't care what you was building. I don't care who you are and what you've done and where you've been and where you going. Please leave you. They could have left you alone. They ain't like you, but want to be you. Didn't like what you was building, but wish that they could build it for themselves. But these people about to be exposed for being straight Looney Tune. Maybe they've hid it real well for a long time, how they didn't like you. Because they knew how would they be able to explain that if they was your mother, if they was an aunt, if they was a cousin, how hard it was coming against you. They wouldn't be able to explain it because it's not normal for someone to come up against somebody. But I tell you all the time, you not battling that of what you can see. You going up against spirits and principalities of which you cannot even begin to fathom or understand or battle alone. This is why I'm telling you, you are a big deal in the kingdom of God. You are. I don't care what people say. I don't care how you come. I don't care what you look like. I don't care how you dress. Something about you is special. That ain't in a whole lot of folk in this world that we in today, that we live in. It's not. The values, the morals that you have, the integrity, the honor that's within you, the wits, the intelligence, the resilience, the strength. I don't care. I don't know who I'm speaking to. Something is up in you and you got to know this. And this has got to be the fuel to your flame that keeps you going. Because if it takes all of this, you have got to know that you are a big deal. Because ain't nobody in their right mind is finna sit up here and risk their freedom, risk their livelihood, risk that of the next generation in their bloodline to sit up here and screw with you in this manner that the people have done. I'm talking about premeditated murder. I'm talking about people being part of secret groups and covens, and that's how all this was able to be hidden for so long. How people was targeting you, how people was gang stalking you, how they was able to get away with certain things. They solicited and employed that of who was criminals. They knew criminals. They knew criminals that knew criminals that knew criminals. They knew people that they never spoke of this. Some of these people, they said that they're religious. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing against nobody. But be who you gonna be and stop being a fake. Stop being a fraud. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stop hiding behind that of what you hiding behind and just be honest and straightforward about yours and forthcoming. Because it ain't cool. They sit up here and say that you love somebody, you're supposed to support somebody, and you this upstanding citizen up in your community, but you sitting up here and partnering with that of other people that's sitting up here and sex trafficking other people, hurting people, raping people, drugging people, frauding people. And you put this attention, people put this attention and this target up on your back because they didn't like you, because they saw where you was going, they knew your goals and your achievements, and they wanted to sabotage you, but didn't help you. Man, let me tell you something, boy. These are some wicked people. Didn't want it to be you, but wanted to throw up in your face how other people was achieving stuff, or they wanted to be the one to be more successful than you, or they wanted to be the one to rub up in your face what they was doing, as if you care. You want everybody to win. It's not that big of a deal. This is why you don't understand why you was going through what you was going through. But I keep telling you, man, everything happened for a reason. If it happens to you and if it's bad, it's a lesson. If it's good, it's a blessing. You feel what I'm saying? Some of y'all about to have major testimonies going into 2025 if you speak your story and you speak up. Hashtag speak up. Half of y'all have battled homelessness. Half of y'all have battled financial ruin. Half of y'all has been battling instability on and off, up and down. Half of y'all have been battling, you know what I'm saying, things with your kids. You've been battling things on the home front. You've been battling things, in your life in general. Some of y'all been battling living in your car. Some of y'all been battling, in and out of hotels. You've been battling things with your relationships, with your baby mothers, your baby fathers, with your mom, with your dad, with your aunts, with your cousins, with hidden foes, people of which you don't even know. People that sat up here and wanted to retaliate against you, but you've never done nothing to these people but walk away from them and said you didn't want to deal with them no more. Who the hell would want to deal with a fake and a fraud? Who the hell would want to deal with somebody who secretly would exert all this power to cause you so much pain and ruin, all because you didn't want to deal with a narcissistic, two-timing, two-faced, bigoted, chauvinistic behind? So I guess what you were supposed to do was know that people didn't like you, knew that that wasn't a good man for you, knew that that wasn't the man that God had in place in his store for you, for your future, knew that that wasn't the woman for you. I guess you were supposed to know that your aunts and your cousin didn't like you and was gossiping about you, didn't want you to be successful. I guess you were supposed to know that you was battling hidden jealousy from your parents. I guess you were supposed to know that people were sitting up here paying people to come for you, hurt you, kill you, steal from you, working with them. People, everybody think their hands was clean when they did it. As long as they, let me tell you something. This is why you can't never deal with these people. They did what they did. And let me tell you something. In their minds, we would have got away with. We would have got away with it. And you would have been dead. Never to be seen or heard from again. You would have been somewhere losing your mind because of what you had lost. Who I'm talking to? You would have been somewhere homeless with no support, no resources. Who I'm talking to? They wanted you. I don't think you understand. And I don't know who this message finna reach. And I don't know why God gave me the strength to come on here and talk today. But I'm telling you something, we all been going through our own share of struggles. The way that people was gunning for you, the way that they gunned for me because of my YouTube, because of my channel, because of my future, because of what I'm building, the way they came for you and your children and your livelihood, it's not normal. And you're seeing everyone else and you're trying to figure out, why did I have to have the family like this? Why did I have to be born into a family of psychopaths and narcissistic people and people that want to see the best for me? But you play in my face. And if you see me on the street, you would have called out my name, kissed me on my cheek, asked me how my kids was doing. You feel what I'm saying? Knowing deep down in your hearts of hearts and your soul, you weird individual, that you was sitting up here doing things to exploit me, to ruin me. To see me out here broke, busted, and disgusted. You would have went out your way to cross that street, to hug me, to kiss me, ask me how me and my kids doing. This is what the hell you was dealing with. And they hid it so well from other people. But they didn't hide it so well from the groups of people that they partner up with. These people that they partner with know they don't like you. They know what they've been doing to go up against you. They hide it from you. Everybody didn't want you in the knowing. I guess, baby, they didn't count that you really was gifted out here. I guess they thought it was a joke, that you was a fluke, that you was a fake, that you was a fraud. So tell me how you know. Tell me how was it revealed to you then? That it was your family that went up against you. That showed that and God revealed names when he knew that you was ready. He would never put more on you than you can bear. There was times that you didn't know that auntie didn't like you, so you kept going around and telling your business. He revealed it to you when it was time, because he knew it would hurt you. Because how she played in your face. And how she fought so hard to be in your life. He knew how it would hurt you. How cousins felt about you. Knowing ain't nobody perfect. But let's talk about your dirt. Let's talk about your flaws and your trials and your tribulations. And your shortcomings and your struggles and your addictions. But let's hide eyes and act like we perfect, count it all joy. I don't care who this is. This could be family on your mama's side, family on your dad's side. It could be both. He would never put more on you than you can bear. He will reveal things to you when it's time. Not when you want it to be revealed to you. He will give you the blessings when he feels you're ready. Not when you are ready. When he feels you are ready. He didn't want to reveal it to you, man. That it was your mother. He didn't want to reveal it to you that it was your father, because our people played in your face. These people need to be in Hollywood. Somebody need to give them a movie contract, a movie deal. Because when I tell you that they got that raw talent to be fake and to be phony, I means what I say. How the hell could they sleep with themselves at night knowing that they didn't want you? They put you in a position where they knew you was going to be abused. They knew you was going to be dead. They knew you was going to be somewhere not in a good position. You mean to tell me that in these people's minds that that's what you deserved? And then the reasonings that they're giving you is because you left them behind. Because you stopped communicating with them. Because you act like you what? No. I'm going to tell you what the real reasons are. They wanted to stop you because they didn't want it to be you. They saw what you was achieving and didn't want it to be you. Half of these people wanted the life that you're about to have. Let me tell you something. I don't know why God picked you. I don't know why he wanted you to go through all the hell that you've been through in your life. Because I'm going to tell you something. Some of y'all been going through pure hell all your life. And you never understood why friendships never worked out for you. Partnerships never worked out for you. And I'm going to tell you something. It's a lot of things that don't work out for a lot of people. It ain't saying that we the only ones being indigos, being starseeds, being chosen. It's not saying all of that. But what I'm saying is the level that we've had to experience things not working out for us, man, was not normal. I'm talking about the way that people betrayed us, the way that we had to go through cheating, the way that we had to experience domestic violence abuse. And I'm going to tell you something. To all my domestic violence survivors, I'm having my hand up. You are a soldier. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You did nothing to deserve that. I want you to understand. I want you to look yourself in that mirror every day you wake up. If you got to cry, if you have to wipe the tears from your eyes every day because you don't understand why you was being beat on, why you was being hurt, why you was being, abused the way that you was being abused. To all my mental health awareness, to all my survivors out there, whatever sexual abuse you've experienced, physical abuse, mental abuse, you didn't do nothing to deserve that. I had to tell myself many a days, you know what I'm saying? What did I do to be abused like this? I've been abused by family, been abused by lovers. I even been abused by friends I thought was my friends. And I look at myself every day and I say, no, I'm not perfect. I ain't never said I'm just a goody two-shoe. I got this, I'm finna just be this perfect person and God gonna give me my wings. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't never said that. But what I'm saying is when I look at my heart, I search my heart and I just look at the things that I've done for people, things that I'm willing to do for people. I didn't just help people out that, came across my path. I helped them out. I helped their family out. I was there for them. If I said I was going to do something, I took that serious. It didn't matter how tired I was, if I didn't have the money. There's times I've been broke, living off of loans. I still helped people out, sent people money for their rent, sent people money for their food. And I'm just telling you, I know that them blessings are going to come back magnified and tenfold because when people screwed me over and I know the person that I was to them, I didn't sit up here and try to spiritually attack them. I didn't sit up here and I'm just now opening up to tell a little bit and a snippet of what it is that I've been through. Because still yet to this day, I don't want to make people feel like I'm coming for them. But at the same time, they came for me and they showed me the worst sides and parts of them that I didn't deserve. And I had to sit there and I had to say, when I gave people food, I gave people clothes off my back, I vouched for people, I tried to help people out, with their careers, I tried to help people out with schooling. You mean to tell me, God, that I had to sit up here and every single last one of these people, or some of these people, didn't want me to be successful, but I wanted everybody to win? When I was sitting up there and having guns pointed to my face, being backslapped in front of people's mothers, in front of their friends, and they did nothing. They didn't do nothing. They stood there, didn't do nothing. I said, now what did I do to deserve that? And then I sat there and asked myself, well, why did I go back? And why didn't I report them to the police? You know what I'm saying? I've been dragged by cars, didn't report it. I've been hit, punched, went back, didn't report it. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've had to go through in relationships, people wouldn't believe me, but that's what I'm saying. You go through all that pain so God can put you in a position to show you how you can turn it in your favor. How you can turn that pain into power. And some of y'all like, how can you turn pain into power? Well, when you find it within yourself, however long it takes for you to heal from the abuse and the treachery and the betrayals that people served you, it's in that moment that you say, God, I've gone through the trials and tribulations. I've gone through the hell. Now, show me what the next step is. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the next steps towards building my life back and getting me to where I need to be spiritually and mentally and emotionally to process everything that I've gone through and still yet be balanced, still yet be in my right mind, still yet be able to be a mother to my child. And ain't nobody gave me the recipe. Ain't nobody gave me a guidebook. Ain't nobody held my hand and said, Victoria, I got you, or, what your baby need, or I'm finna come. I ain't have people. I'm still yet seeing it now in my 29 years of life. It's like no one has gone hard for me how I've gone for them. I'm ready to hop on a plane. I'm paying people rents. I haven't had nobody pay my rent since I moved. Ain't nobody sent me money like that. Ain't nobody When y'all see me on here, I'm a real person. I'm going through real life struggles. This ain't no gimmick. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not perfect in the way that I come on here and deliver the word just because I'm talking about God. When I incorporate God into my message, that does not mean that I'm a perfect being and I'm going to deliver it the way that you feel I should deliver it because I'm incorporating God into it. Some people feel like, oh, you shouldn't be out here talking like a thug and you shouldn't be out here cussing. Don't come for me unless I send for you. Because at the end of the day, for me to still yet be here in position, that means God has something in store for me. Me. All of me. Twisted me, broken me, hurt me, broke me, successful me, rich me. All parts of me. God still yet was able to shine light and have his hand over my life and tell me, you are still worthy. It does not matter what you've gone through and you not being married yet or you having to go through and face motherhood alone. Do it. I'm with you. Work that job till you can't work it no more. Because it ain't about you no more. It's about the life that you have brought into this world. You understand what I'm saying? And every day when I feel like I can't do it no more, I get up every day and I be like, what is this nightmare that I one day woke up from my sleep and I was in and I was like, wow, I'm still yet living it. I pinched myself. I'm still living it. You know what I'm saying? What did I do to deserve the type of treachery and betrayal and people abandon me, just leaving, I ain't nothing for everything that I've given, for everything that I've invested. Why am I still yet repeating cycles? So instead of pointing the finger and playing victim, I figure out a way to tell my story to help other people. That's what this platform is for. It's not for other people to come on here and dictate how I should be delivering something, why I'm saying something, how many views it's getting, who it's reaching, how far it's going to go. It's for people to know that if you're going through some of the things that I've gone through, baby, you ain't alone. You understand what I'm saying? And the same way how y'all probably felt what I felt, like, dang, ain't nobody here supporting me. Now you see someone out here supporting you. I'm supporting you. And you know that you ain't going through it alone. It wasn't just you that was stupid for your baby daddy. That was stupid for your baby mom. It wasn't just you that tolerated abuse from people. It wasn't just you where your parents was messed up. You know what I'm saying? They messed up because their parents was messed up. And somewhere along the line, ain't nobody healed from the betrayals and the abandonment and the hurt and the mistreatment that was served to them, so they served it to you. It's sad that, it's a possibility that because their parents didn't want them to be nothing and sabotage them, that they did it to you. It's no perfect way to explain why you've gone through what you've gone through. But I'm going to tell you, the people that had a hand in it, whether they're regretful or not, they know that deep down inside, when they put this whole hunt against you and your life and spiritually was attacking and trying to bind up your finances, spiritually coming after you to ensure that you would not have love up in your life. That means these people wanted you to be beaten on. They wanted you to be abused. They wanted you to be dead somewhere. For people to want you to be, oh my gosh, I don't think you understand. If people wanted you out here taken, even if these are exes, none of your exes, and I'm gonna tell you just my story, I've never done anything towards my exes to make them feel like they would have to come after me in a manner such as this, to where you feel like you got to put people on my path, tell them lies about me, or omit certain truths about me, or not tell the truth about me, because in all actuality, to carry out the plans that people had for you, they needed people to view you in a certain way. So they could not sit up here and say that you was a good person to them, that you paid for trips, or you loved them, you gave them your mind, body, and your soul wholeheartedly, didn't ask for anything in return, and they didn't give you nothing in return. But when you woke up one day and you decided, for the betrayal that you served me, you know what I'm saying, going with my friend, or taking from me and not giving back to me, just stupid things that people did, calling me over and had women half naked on in the house, like it didn't make sense. Not wanting to, it was a lot. It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. I don't have to make this up. People were sitting up here and literally telling me, you get on my nerves. I'm tired of hearing your voice. But then the next day saying, oh baby, I love you, baby. They're playing mind manipulation, gaslighting people. But when I say leave me alone, I don't want to be bothered, calling from different numbers, saying that they want this. Some people, when they want to use you, they like, nah, I don't care that you don't want to deal with me no more. I want to use you. You know, and they want to use you till you ain't got nothing left no more. And then that's when they start abusing you, telling you things, you don't know how to do this and you ain't a woman. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that fucking child. But then coming back and saying, oh, well, what the child need. But then not providing it. And you providing for all your other baby mamas. You making sure that you in position to help other people. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that I've gone through. I didn't want to come on here. I didn't even want to talk about it. Not ever. You know, I was even contemplating, you know, what should I do with this? It's a lot of things that I was going through and trying to process because I was hurt by what I had went through. I know that I'm somebody. I still know that I'm somebody. I just don't understand why people are coming for me and I ain't sending for them. And then they come for you in the worst ways that they know you don't deserve, because they want to have complete power, control, and dominion over you in your life. And if you're not going to give it to them and they can't be a part of where you're going in your journey, they will seek out your destruction, your demise, and your ruin. And in some cases, your death. When I tell you that you a soldier, there was many days I cried. And the only thing that kept me from losing everything, keeping my composure, I have a happy baby. And I know that I couldn't go through that process again in aborting people. I had gone through it 4 times already. I promised God after the first one I wouldn't do it no more. So when I gave birth to him, no one was there. You know what I'm saying? And I ask God all the time, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was it so hard? And not that why it was so hard, but why my family got to be so evil and jealous and conniving and then fake with it? You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me, why you sitting up here trying to figure out things in my life so you can figure out ways to block it? What is you sitting up here talking bad about people for when you ain't perfect yourself? Why would you go this far to exert everything and invest and group up to want to see me in ruin, to want to destroy me? You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of things that was being said to me and people not even supporting my channel. But I sit back and I say, you know, why my first experiences got to be, you know, not that I don't love my son, but I just thought it would be different. I thought that someone would be there. I thought I would be in a committed relationship. But when you sit up here and a person tell you that it was never this, but it was that as long as you was giving money, it was that as long as you was having sex, it was that as long as they was in the house with you and you was doing what they told you to do. You know what I'm saying? People pick and choose and then telling you and showing you in so many ways like you not it for them, or you not pretty enough, you ain't bad enough, you ain't young enough. And you realize in that moment, you like, well, maybe love is not enough no more for people to respect you. You know, at least if you don't love the person, to be a good friend to them, to support them. I never got support. It was stupid stuff that was being said. You know, I don't support people who have their business and stick to selling clothes on YouTube. I always say things that I've done, whether you want to pick and point and about what it is that I do and how successful it is and where it's going, you know, get a life. Because if you're going to poke fun and say jokes about what people got going on, be in a position to do exactly what that person is doing or what you poking fun at, and let it be more successful than the person that you poking fun at and joking them. They can't do that. See, they'll poke fun at your business, but can't start a business, don't even know where to begin. And if they do, it ain't gonna be successful as yours. This is what I'm saying about the mentality of the people that you was around. It was never that was something wrong with you or you was a failure. They didn't see themselves having the same ambition, smarts, wits, and support and favor over their life like you had. And they were jealous as hell that you was getting all this favor and things and doors was opening up for you. So they figured, let's figure out a way to spiritually close those doors that God had already opened up in your life. And that's where you ain't gonna be the one. They're not gonna have to take it up with you. They're gonna have to take it up with God. And when they take it up with God, when I tell you that these people are not gonna have good fortune in their life and stability and peace and happiness in their life like they thought they would, I'm telling you, half of these people don't even care. They're miserable. That's why they come for you. They're miserable. They do not like their life. They don't like their body. They don't like the relationships they in. They evidently don't like something in their life or about themselves for them to come and attack you the way that they have. It doesn't make good sense. It never has. It never will. If you don't like somebody, leave people the hell alone. You don't have to be focused on their life and what they building, what they not building. You don't have to focus on whether or not they're going to be successful if they not. If they are, let them be that. Why do you have to sit up here and try to throw a monkey wrench or sabotage people when they're not focused or worried about you? It shows a lot about people's mind and the state of mind that they're in. They're not in a good state of mind. Some of these people are mentally off their rockers. I'm telling you, they're not there. They just good at keeping up with appearances. Okay? So I say that to say a lot of betrayal and a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that people threw at you, man, was meant to destroy you. It was meant to throw you off. It was meant to hold you back. But when I tell you, and this, don't take my word for it. It's not for me to keep saying, oh, blessings is coming. It's going to be tenfold. It's going to be magnified. You have to understand and be able to sit back and look at the signs. You have to be able to understand what God's word says. You understand what I'm saying? When people came for you, they shouldn't have. Touch not my anointed to bring no harm to my prophet. But they did that. So you have to understand and have faith and count it all joy that everything that was done towards you, against you, to ruin you and to hurt you, God documented that. And he also documented how where you was when people felt like they wanted to come for you or did come for you. You was off somewhere living your life and minding your business. They didn't want you to have peace in your life. They wanted to ruin every good thing that you had going for you. Potentials, prospects. So it's not for you to keep being in your mind about why people didn't want that for you. They just didn't want it for you. It ain't got nothing to do about you was a good person to them, or half of these people pine for you. You didn't even have a good relationship with. A relationship wasn't even existing. It was non-existent. Even if they was family. There was never a connection there. There was no closeness there. So why would people feel like they have to look at you and not want the best for you? But you know what they're saying now? I wish I would have never done that. Because this person gonna go on with their life. I can only imagine what's about to happen to mine for coming up against them and hurting them that way. People dogged you the hell out. Beat you like you was a nothing. Like you was some trash on the street. Whether they did it because of lies that was told on you or not. Whether they did it because they was paid. Whether they did it because they just pure didn't like you and had jealousy for you, was in competition with you. Favor ain't fair. But they shouldn't have came for you when you didn't send for them, because you didn't ask for the favor that was over your life. You didn't ask for the gifts and the blessings and the destiny that God gave to you. And that was bestowed upon you. You didn't ask to be here. You didn't ask to be born. People need to suck it up and understand what it is that they've done to you. And understand that it wasn't warranted. I don't care what their reason is. Half of these people you didn't know the positions you was in, but they blamed you for whatever went wrong. They blamed you. Not knowing you was lied to too. You was in something that you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You know, you was in a predicament. You didn't know what you was in. You didn't know who you was dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? People came for you in the worst ways. They came for you for things that you didn't even know, that you didn't even have no control over. And instead of approaching you like a woman, like a man, and being up front or trying to figure out and hash out things, people didn't want to hash out nothing. They just wanted to profit and benefit off of you, and they just wanted what the hell they wanted from you, and to see you in a position that you didn't deserve to be in, which is to be broke, to have nothing, to be a failure. But I'm going to tell you something. How the hell are you a failure when people have to keep sitting up here and coming and meeting you at certain aspects and points of your life and trying to figure out ways of which they can knock you down when God builds you up and you work hard to move forward? Why they keep having to come out their way to get in your way to knock you down if you're such a failure? People need to wake up and smell the coffee on who they done work with, who they done partner with, what's up in their heart that's making them come for you when you ain't sending for them. I don't care if this mama, I don't care if this daddy, I don't care if this auntie, I don't care if this cousin, I don't care if this an ex, I don't care if it's an ex-friend. You left everyone where they had you effed up at. And when you left them there, you said, I don't have no ill will towards you, on God. You still a king. You still a queen in my eyes. I still love you, but I'm going to love you from a distance. Do you feel what I'm saying? You're still my family, but I can't have you up in my life close to me. You feel what I'm saying? You bring too much my way. You bring too much drama my way. You got too much evil and jealousy and envy in you that you need to cure. Going to church every Sunday, Bible thumping, wearing your Sunday's best ain't finna do it, boo. You need to clearly go back to the drawing board and do some serious major healing. Because if you got that much envy and jealousy for somebody who's sitting up here building something for their life and they ain't asking you for no help, ain't asking you for no resources, ain't sitting up here and looking down on you, will support you with whatever the hell you got going on up in your life, but they want to keep sitting up here coming at you with envy and jealousy because of what's in store for your life, and they can't sit back and try to figure out no more as to why you don't want to deal with them no more. They need to wake up on who they are. Half of these people don't even care if you don't ever deal with them. They just don't want the best for you, and they need to sit down somewhere and understand that it's not up to them. It's up to God. You are where you are because of God. You moved the way that you move, and you started projects and did what you had to do because of God. Them knocking you down didn't stop you because of God. You had a supernatural strength and resilience and perseverance about you. That all the bullying, all the hurt, all the betrayals, all the obstruction, the destruction, you know what I'm saying? All of the opposition, the adversity could not stop you because of that supernatural strength, that supernatural resilience, that supernatural perseverance that you had, ambition that you had, wits that you had, beauty that you had. To keep going. They have to stop because they're never going to be able to stop you. God already showed you that. They going to burn out before you do. They going to give up before you do. They going to get put out the game before you do. So what is your next move now, sir, ma'am? But to sit down somewhere and watch this person be successful wherever the hell you finna be at. That means whatever karma finna be served to these people, I don't care if they in the jail cell, they finna watch you succeed. I don't care if they somewhere broke, busted, and disgusted. They finna watch you succeed. God ain't sparing nobody. Ain't no respect of persons out here because ain't nobody cared for you when they wanted you broke, busted, and disgusted with children. Nobody cared for you when they was sitting up here not wanting to support you and then talking dirty about you behind your back to other people and other family. They about to be embarrassed. They about to have their foot up in their mouth. They about to eat every single last word that they spoke against you and your life and your children. Because whatever karma is finna come their way, they gonna have to go through it while they watch you succeed. Mark my words on that, kings and queens, princes and princesses. Hashtag, I'm gonna succeed. Hashtag, this is my destiny. Hashtag, can't stop, won't stop. And that's something Mary had a little lamb, pieces of white snow. You know that everywhere that Mary went and hated should have go. Play with it, don't play with me. I'm straight at that 305 Kingsway projects. Okay? I ain't never had no silver spoon up in my mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything that I've ever done, my mind thought it. Okay? My brain, my resilience, my ambition, my 2 hands, my 2 feet made it happen. And everything of what it is that was outside of my control, I gave it to God and I counted all joy. So you could never put me in a position to where you're going to make me feel like I ain't nothing. Because if you got to go out your way, baby girl, baby boy, to make me feel like I ain't something, I must be a big somebody. Because if I ain't something, you'll be off somewhere living your life letting me be that not something. You'll be off somewhere with your boo, you living your life with your money in the bank, letting me not be a something, letting me be a failure on my own. But no, you will never be a failure on your own. These people tried to make you be a failure. On your own, just you and God, you a big somebody. You successful, you smart. That's what these people knew. That's what they tried to stop. That's what they tried to kill and bury what was inside of you. And half of the people wanted to profit and capitalize off of it. Like I say, if they don't run back what they stole, God gonna make sure that you get it tenfold on God. Do you understand me? Favor ain't fair. You may not have been the one with the most flavor, but you was the one with the most favor. So I don't care what the hell somebody tried to make you feel ugly. They want to support you. They want to give it to you. Why the hell would you want what man can give you when God can give you so much more? Why would you try to take matters into your own hands and serving these people revenge and karma and a get back and a lick? You know what I'm saying? Trying to come up off of people. When God can do these people something serious, something bad, more than you would ever be able to do. He is all-knowing. He is the creator. He's Alpha and Omega. Okay? He can do what you can't. He can do what these people couldn't stop you from doing. You understand what I'm saying? He can turn you into somebody when people want you to be a nobody. That's why these people came for you. They know that you got the strength, and they just didn't want it to be you for whatever the reason. And I'm going to tell you something. They don't have a reason for why they came for you like that. Because I'm going to tell you something. You didn't leave nobody behind that was innocent, that treated you right. You didn't leave nobody behind that showed you, you know, that they was going to support you. Every single last person has done things to you to call you stupid, embarrass you in front of people, you know, come up against you. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. If it's your mother and your father or if it's family, don't you know how bad they make you look to other people, that your own family don't even vibe with you like that? They're showing other people that they don't care for you, with you being a child, with you being a family. So that means they don't care to embarrass you around other people. That other people know that your family ain't right in their mind. They not right. They ain't right up here when it comes to you. I would never embarrass my family like that. I don't care if I ain't like them. I don't have to talk about them. I don't have to focus on them. It's very simple. For these people to be this obsessed with you, it says a whole lot about their state of mind. I'm trying to tell you something. It says a lot about their state of mind that they try to hide from people. But coming for you, if they wanted to hide that, they should have left you the hell alone. Because I'm God, when I tell you finna expose it, you ain't gonna have no respect for persons. Just like God ain't gonna have no respect for persons. Where these people finna be while they watch you succeed. God ain't trying to hear that. Oh, I got kids, and oh, I'm sorry, and please God, make it stop. Because what they serve to you was a complete utter nightmare that you had to fight like hell to get out of, to get out of. And God had to be right there giving you the strength to push through. But it made you, and it turned you into a soldier. You ain't gonna understand it. I don't understand it. Speak your truth. These people don't deserve to hide behind the cloak and the mask that they've had for years and treating you dirty like that. My God, they didn't even speak life into you for you to be somebody. You had to watch everybody else's family and everybody have love, and they just wanted you to live a life of hell. Because they did? Because they bitter? No, that ain't the move. Make your life into what you want it to be, instead of investing energy into ruining somebody else's life. They about to see. You couldn't kill me, devil. And you took your best shot in trying to break my neck. You wanted me to give up on my platform. You didn't want my business to succeed. You sent me a straight devil that took advantage of me, that hurt me, abused me, didn't want nothing to do with my child. I guess they did everything that you told them to do, right? But they couldn't break me. You can't break me. You will never stop me unless you kill me. And you tried to do that with poison. You tried to poison me, right? You wanted me dead, right? These people want to be so evil, but they can't even crime right when the time presents itself. They don't even know how to crime right. Because if they knew, you would have been dead already. They would have had what they had already. Case closed, nobody exposed. But favor ain't fair, is it? Hashtag favor ain't fair, because you came for a child of God when you should have sat your ass down somewhere and moved forward with your life and left people the hell alone. Left their destiny alone instead of consulting witches and paying witches. You being one yourself and being a warlock yourself. You sitting up here and sending people that you know is very lustful, very abusive, out their mind. You knew what was going to happen. You knew it wasn't going to be nothing good. And you didn't care. But you couldn't have your way with the child of God. You would never have your way with the child of God. I don't care what you say, who they're not, what you're trying to prove. Favor ain't fair. And when God say that somebody is going to be something because of what he has in store for them, you got to believe and know that it ain't going to be a thing that you can do to stop it. And you about to pay for delaying it. So what did you get out of doing what you did? They ain't get nothing. So hold your head up high. Never let nobody see you sweat. Because you don't know what a person may be going through in their life. And ain't all glamour and fun in this thing we call life. But if you hold on to God's unchanging hand, he can give you the strength. He can give you the wisdom. He can give you the power and the understanding and the knowledge that you need to defeat and conquer all these devils that come on your path, that may come on your path, that you may experience. He can give you the power to overcome these trials and tribulations in your life and let it serve as a testimony, as to how he's been there for you and how he's allowed you to overcome and where he's taking you. It all was part of your path and your destiny the whole time. Even these people and what they did to you. So count it all joy. And understand, if you need a friend, you got it in me. If you need love, you got it from me. You need inspiration, motivation, a life example, you already know you got it in me. I'm your sister. I'm your friend. I come with that real, never that fake. I keep it 100 with you. I keep it a buck with you, okay? I'm that shoulder that you can lean on. I'm that listening ear that you can vent to. Continue to reach one, teach one, bring others to the JC game. Share this message and get this message out there. It's a lot of people who have been victims of domestic abuse. It's a lot of people who are sitting up there suffering mentally, emotionally, and physically, spiritually, and they're not having the strength to talk about it because you got so many people that's trying to bind you up and siphoning your energy and trying to hold you back and trying to shut you up. The truth is going to be exposed because they shouldn't have came from you. They had to have known that. They had to have known that they had a certain amount of time to do whatever it is that they was going to do to you. You're still alive. You're still kicking. You're still well. They couldn't accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. So all people need to do is just sit back and wait for this mess to blow back on them, because it is. But get this message out there. Because I'm a survivor. You a survivor. And there's other survivors out there that need to know that we are family. Blood ain't thicker than water, and it ain't all that you got when it ain't right for you, and then don't want the best for you. So do away with the whole damn family and find your own soul tribe that supports you and that love you. Love who love you, support who supports you. Okay? And that's me included. We in this together, and we gonna always be in this together, because I'm too real to be fake and tell you something that you know that you need to hear. I'm too real for that, to tell you something that you don't need to hear. I'm too real to come on here and tell you lies. So speak your story, speak your truth. Continue to be on your healing journey, your self-love journey. Understand that it didn't happen to you, it happened for you, to build you and shape you and mold you into the person that God needed you to be, so that he can get you to the next level that you need to be on. These people ain't never had no power. You just needed to wake up and understand how powerful you were over them. That's why they all had to group up against you. And that's why they keep coming up against you and have since you was a child, because they saw you being in this position in life. Now, whether they wanted it for you or not, whether they liked you or not, whether they envy and jealousy and wanted to be you, want what's best for you, or better, want to be better than you, mad at you for whatever the hell the reason, that's something they need to take up with God. And they should have done it instead of trying to sit up here and destroy your life. But until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed. I love you.